Lively Game of the Day. ABadPlayer versus Just a Chihuahua. Kindle versus Olaf.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Semi-original guy, aka Mr. Cannon from Advanced Wars by Web, bringing you another lively game of the day. Today, we are playing on Small Minded. This is a triple base airport comm tower supported matchup. Almost mixed base, but not quite, folks. Definitely a two-fronted game we have here today. Now, ABadPlayer and Just Chihuahua are our two players today, playing as Olaf and Kindle. Now, this map is a standard strong side versus weak side dynamic. We have the weak side over here. We have the strong side over here. You get units flooding over here. These guys are desperately trying to hold on for dear life. And that is the sort of dynamic that we have here, folks. Now, the only gimmick on this map that I can really see is this pipe seam right here, which could be busted open, allowing the two base side immediate attacking potential on the HQ. So whether or not we're going to see any of that is a completely other story. Today we have the standard case of semi-global damage versus full global damage, folks. Kindle being the semi-global damage CO, doing that damage to anything on urban terrain. So this map was submitted to me on my Discord. And if you want to join my Discord, link is in the description below where you can do so. If you want to send me replays there to be featured on Lively Game of the Day, you can go ahead and do that. Or, alternatively, you can find me on the Advanced Wars by Web Discord as well. My name is Mr. Cannon / semi-original guy. Go ahead and send me those if you want, folks. But without further ado, let's go ahead and see what went down in the Live League today. Starting off with a wonderful song here, folks. And to accompany this song, we have standard infantry builds, because you gotta get the infantry on the field. It is the #1 priority in Advanced Wars by Web. #2 priority in Advanced Wars by Web, after all, is to like and subscribe to the channel if you were not already for all that hot live league action, folks. Alrighty, so bases are being acquired, cities are being captured. Standard capture chains are being followed here, folks. Now, going over the mountain is a very good idea. It allows you to immediately attack one of the potential capping properties, which is very nice. Now, if Kindle manages to get on the property first, it's going to be very strong for Kindle. However, if Olaf gets on the property first, it's going to be a little less strong, but still strong indeed. Defense stars are very good. Just a Chihuahua right now, moving his infantry right here. This is kind of like, it's not like a major mistake or anything. It's a very minor mistake. But moving the infantry right here will allow you to do a potential 2-hit combination attack on Kindle on this property. This position will not actually allow you to go in and do that attack. However, if it's not really the intention of Just a Chihuahua to go up and interrupt that capture, they are able to go over here and cap this property and cap this property too. However, if you move the infantry right here, you are still able to capture this property, but also have the added threat of being able to attack this property. So, very minor thing, folks, but it is definitely a thing indeed. So, that's about it. ABadPlayer now, going and getting some more captures. Not going for this property right here. Wasn't really in range to hit the property, but moving over here. But once again, that only leaves one infantry in position to actually interrupt this, and you have to interrupt it from a road, which isn't very good. Nobody really wants to do that. But once again, folks, it is just solely depending on whether or not that is part of their strategy. Now, this guy moving here will be able to be interrupted here, and if I was ABadPlayer, Kindle, I would probably go and interrupt that because, well, why the heck not, folks? Why the heck not? Looks like just the Chihuahua is sending most of his infantry at the moment, or at least half of his infantry out of the strong base to capture these properties over here, which is definitely advisable. You don't really want to be sending your weak base infantry over there. The weak base infantry need to go down here into the front line of this territory and hold this flipping line right here. Hold that line, folks. That's what you got to do. Alrighty. Carrying on with the match here. Got the interrupt from the road. Not a fantastic trade, but a trade nonetheless. This is also not a fantastic trade, but once again, a trade nonetheless. Alrighty. Tank moving up now. Tank reinforcing this infantry is beautiful. You got to get those reinforcements. If just a Chihuahua wants to go down and attack this infantry, continue to capture, that is going to result in another interrupt and a strike of the infantry, which will most likely mean that just a Chihuahua will lose 2 units in that trade. Nice trade right there, though. Beautiful attack. Capping the rest of the properties. Not falling into any bad habits over here. Beautiful. And just completely just firing back, folks. Just firing back. Could bring the infantry back, but there's not really any effective place to put it. There's an interrupt potential here. But if this infantry moves up and attacks, then they lose the infantry on the weak front, which is not really great, all things considered. But this guy is going to perish to an attack right here. Maybe from the tank. Tank would be the better option to attack with, because, yeah, the infantry could just fire back right afterwards. But AWBW has 1 day before just the Chihuahua's tank gets into position, so they are going to be able to do something here, folks. Now, this is a great position. It allows for a double attack right here. I do enjoy the old double taps, folks. That is not too bad. Not too bad. Is there a better thing for that infantry to do, though? Infantry's right there. If it goes up here, it can be hit. If it goes over here, yeah, whatever. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, artillery. All right, AWBW's got an artillery on the field now, plus another tank. Let's see what just the Chihuahua does in response to this attack here. Being very daring with the tank right now, bringing it over here. Maybe a mech purchase out of this base would be pretty good at this moment, because it would defend this tank immediately. Not sure if just Chihuahua is going to go for that sort of play, but we shall see, folks. We shall see indeed. Busting out the infantry tank combination. Okay. I like this also. Kindle could go up and take this engagement, and it probably wouldn't actually really be all that bad for them, but once again, I mean, that could result in a bad trade, so that's kind of a curious move. I don't really like that move. I don't like that move one bit, folks. I'm not going to lie to you. That is kind of a very questionable move. Probably would not go in for that attack. If you're going to go in for anything, you might as well just smack the tank, but Kindle is also way better sitting on cities, so if you can, like, maybe bring the tank back here, and then if the tank goes in and attacks any one of these properties, placing your tank in a, like, maybe put the tank right here, and then if just a Chihuahua goes in and attacks this, or this, then you move the tank onto a city and take the engagement. But right here, that's just leaving the tank open to an attack. And Kindle without properties is just a normal CEO, folks. Just base firepower. That is going to be like probably an 8-5 trade, actually. Bet my bottom dollar is going to be an 8-5 trade. Does not cap the comm tower first, like a true champion, folks. True champions of Advanced Wars by Web do not cap the comm tower first. But it was an 8-5 trade, as expected. Capping those comm towers afterwards, not too shabby. Alright. True gamers do not cap the comm tower first, folks. Forming a great wall of doom over here. The great Olaf wall, the great march. The march of the penguins. March of the Warmfoots. Beautiful stuff. Alright. Yeah, that's questionable. I don't know about that one. But anyways, we're going to continue on here. AWBW, once again, moving in. Attacks one of the infantry here. Got 2 infantry to reinforce this one. Not too shabby. Mech purchase, actually, from just a Chihuahua. Interrupts the property. Artillery, okay. We got an artillery in position to actually block these infantry, so that's not too shabby. Tank could go up and take the engagement, but it's gonna get pew-pewed to doom by this artillery, folks. Does definitely AWBW does not want that to happen. Or just a Chihuahua does not want that to happen. That's the player. That is who we're dealing with here. Tank retreats. Other tank retreats. Now we got ourselves a little bit of a standoff. Does not look like just a Chihuahua is going to go in and take the engagements over here. Very smart. Don't really want to be doing that. Goes in and takes the engagement against this tank anyways, despite the fact that it's about to get blasted by an artillery with a tank reinforcement on the way. However, the only effective blockers that he has at the moment is an infantry. And infantry is going to get 2-tapped here, so there will more than likely be an attack on this artillery right here. So, Battlecopter purchase over here from Just a Chihuahua. Battlecopter is incredibly powerful against Kindle, folks. You all know the deal when it comes to Kindle and her increased firepower on cities, and one of the only things that you can do to negate some of that firepower is attack it with a unit that is not going to take a lot of damage. AKA the Battlecopter, folks. Or indirects. Indirects work pretty good too. Alright, Bad Player forming another great wall here, but definitely a lot of first strike potential over here. Alright. Bad Player going in for some engagements here. Might actually work out. Might work out. So there's double tap potential on here. Maybe a double tap potential on here. So this is definitely possible. I'd probably sack the 2 HP infantry into this, get a double tap with these two on this guy, then move this guy here, move this guy here, get a double tap on that one, move the tank onto the silo, attack the artillery. I think that's probably what should definitely be done at this point. Battlecopter can move in to reinforce right afterwards, build another tank, get him down here. Oh, yeah, base skip, by the way. Woo. Gnarly. Gnarly base skips. Let's see if just the Chihuahua goes in for an attack like that or not. Does not look like it. So an attack like that could definitely happen, though. And that would guarantee a KO of this unit right here. Tank right here would mean that the infantry cannot immediately get over here and defend or attack as well. You would have to eat a tank hit. But you basically just completely cripple the artillery. You take out 2 infantry right there, and there's not really too much reinforcement at that point. There's one tank, so one tank attacking, just bring the other tank back. If you're really not feeling it after the attack, you can just pull back, regroup around the HQ. Wouldn't be too bad. Alright, but we pull back, and it is now Bad Player's turn. Once again here, folks. Both players doing great for time management, by the way. 10 minutes and 9 minutes respectively at the moment, so doing very good in that regards. And it looks like a Bad Player is just slowly creeping up over here on the weak front. Busting out 2 more infantry on the strong front. How is just a Chihuahua going to respond to such an attack? Ooh, he's actually planning on busting open the pipe seam, which once again is going to allow for an immediate reinforcement and immediate, attack on that HQ. Ooh, Battlecopter front shifting right now. Oh, gnarly. How much health does this guy have left? So that's 39 health. So technically Battlecopter plus mech might be able to... Maybe not. Maybe not, folks. I don't think it might not be enough. I think a mech does base 15 plus comm tower might do like 16 or 17. This guy's gonna do like maybe 20-ish, maybe a little bit more. I don't know. Let's see. Let's actually take a quick gander. For those of you that don't know, the pipe seam actually shares the exact same defenses as the soiled abomination on a road. So 22? I think it would be the lowest damage, so 22. Yeah, 22. So I don't know, maybe it's possible. I mean, regardless of the fact, the artillery is going to be able to bust it open instantly. It's actually not really too bad of a position for the tank to be over here. So tank guarding the infantry right here is pretty good. If a tank decides to go in and do the engagement, it is going to get blasted by this artillery, and that would be a pretty devastating overextension. You would lose one of the tanks, and that would be very critical, actually. Very critical to this front. There would be nothing but infantry left. The other remaining tanks would just be able to start beating these infantry up, so... Alright, the pipe seam is busted open, folks, and the artillery, or anti-air, is ready. The anti-air is flipping first out the gate, ready to go. Oh, just a Chihuahua actually decides to not even bother with the tank over here. Finds a beautiful route to get the artillery. That is actually a fantastic attack here. Moves up, snipes out another infantry. However, now Kindle does have Urban Blight charge, folks. That will be a 3 damage globally to anything sitting on a city. But there's not really too many things on cities at the moment. There'd be 1 attack here, 1 attack here, 1 attack here, 1 attack here, and 1 attack up here. So all things considered, not really too much damage overall. But we'll sap a little bit of funds here, and especially in a low-income map like this. 16,000 funds. Not too much, folks. Not too much. It's going to be losing a hefty amount of cash. Goes in for a luck roll and actually doesn't get it, which is very unfortunate for a bad player. I mean, could have worked. Could have worked for sure. But sadly, it's not his day. It's not his day. So a bad player, I think a bad player is actually going up a little bit too far here, folks. Battlecopter is out of range to defend a lot of these guys up here. The Battlecopter right here from just a Chihuahua is going to be able to get a free hit up here. Oh, the tank's out of range. Okay. Well, 1 infantry is going to get hit by that Battlecopter. I can tell you that much. But maybe that's about it. Oh, holding on to the Urban Blight, though. That's actually showing some pretty good restraint over here. Mech moving into position to actually threaten the tank as well. Very dangerous position now. Very dangerous position. A bad player is going to be forced to pull back. They cannot fight into this. And they're only going to be able to pull back to this property right here, the city, which is going to allow just a Chihuahua to actually just go to town up here. See what they decide to do here. So yeah, they were managing their time very well, but all of a sudden, in just 4 turns, they've gone down quite a significant amount here. A bad player actually finds a way to hit the anti-air with a Battlecopter combination, taking it all the way down to 2. Now there is no counter. I think sitting up in that corner might not really be the best idea. I feel like pulling back would be a better idea, but it really just depends, folks. It depends on if there's a way to bust through this. I mean, tank plus infantry should clear this. If this gets cleared, actually maybe even not tank plus infantry. How much damage does a mech do? So mech on infantry, 42 to 48. What if a power is popped? So if a power is popped, there would be potential to destroy this. And that could lead to several attacks over here, but it might not really be the best thing, folks. Might not be the best thing. Position is looking okay. Just a Chihuahua finding those attacks, attacking the tank. Oh my god, we are going to have an Urban Blight powered flippin' 7 HP artillery here pretty soon. Alright, out of time. Out of time, just a Chihuahua. He's on increment now. Managed to get, what was that, 1 artillery? Or anti-air? Bought 1 anti-air, is that right? Let's check that again. 1 anti-air, is that what was purchased? I think so. Yeah, got the anti-air. Urban Blight has been activated, folks. The Blight is here. Oh, God. 7 HP anti-air just obliterates that tank. But the great equalizer is on the way, folks. The flippin' Winter Fury. The Winter Fury is going to be popping next turn. So unless Kindle does some massive damage here. Oh no, she busted out the Soiled Abomination. The Soiled Abomination is on the field, folks. Oh my lordy poo. What a stenchful unit that is. Winter Fury, that thing, folks. Get it on ice. Eliminate the stench. Let's see what this Winter Fury manages to accomplish here. Attacks attacks the tank with the mech. Clears the tank. Finds a route to the battlecopter. Striking it down. Does another attack. Yeah, at this point, you know, you just crash every single flippin' unit up there. But the only thing that I don't really like about this move is this tank going in and attacking the 1 HP infantry. Not really worth it, all things considered. But maybe, I don't know. It really just, I don't know. It doesn't really matter too much. But this guy's going to be full HP next turn. This guy's going to be full HP next turn. That's going to be a pretty good attack. Artillery is going to be able to hit this. Tank clear. And you have a copter hit on a tank now. So that'll be pretty big. You'll lose the copter. 2 tanks left over that are going to be full HP. Could work out. Could not work out. We'll find out. There is a mech here also, folks. But the south, oh my god, the south is looking great, folks. Multiple clears, multiple infantry down, artillery on a city. But another urban blight could potentially happen this turn. Neo-tank gets the movement. Not much movement, but some movement. Snow is a crippling mistress, folks. 2 minutes on the clock from a bad player. What are they going to be able to figure out here? Oh, I think I read that turn wrong. This guy must have, oh, maybe that was probably an attack prior. Okay, so, whatever. All things considered, still pretty strong. I probably would not retreat this tank, though. Like, I would just attack with this tank. What's the damage calculator on this? 6 HP tank on a city attacking this? That's 44 to 49%. If you get the blight, that's a KO, folks. Move the infantry, attack this guy. Clear this guy, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's kind of a little bit too far. But if you go up and take the attack with the battlecopter, that gets you blight. You attack this, you clear this, and you clear this. That wouldn't be too bad. But maybe it would be bad. Who knows? Pops the blight, folks. Not too shabby of a blight. Does manage to get a little bit of damage in there. But now we are out of time. Once again. A bad player has 30 units. Definitely ahead in unit, but several of those units are at 1 HP. Or lower. Well, you can't be lower. But now you can be lower, because they're all gone. Now it's 27 units. Now it's 26 units. Now it's 25 units. My golly, it was almost 24 units right there for a moment. Now it is 24 units. Wow. Getting those clears, threatening a capture. And now it's 28 to 24. What an amazing flip. What a turn of events here, folks. Increment gaming is what Live League is all about, folks. It's all about panic buying and panic playing and just giving her. Battlecopter moving over to attack the infantry. No, he's not in range. He's not in range, folks. Alright, this is perfectly fine. Definitely get that tank onto a city to get it to full health, though. Gonna be needing some full health tanks. Flipping Soiled Abomination over here, just feeding on these poor infantry. And now day 17 is upon us. We're almost in blizzard territory now, folks. Is just a Chihuahua the type of guy to pop a blizzard, though? That is the real question. Everybody knows that blizzard is one of the funnest powers to use in Advanced by Web. I remember in the early days of the live league, back when it was on Discord, I had a match against a fella, and all I did was spam blizzard the entire time. Was it toxic? Yes. Do I regret it? No. Oh, beautiful clear over here from ABadPlayer, blocking in just the Chihuahua, so they're not able to use that little area right here. This guy's not going to be able to get past this tank now, and they're just clearing the north. It's looking pretty good now, folks. Not looking too shabby at all. Another double tank attack over here. And once again, this Neo tank is just obliterating the competition down south. I don't really too much like the position that it's in right here, though. But it's probably not actually all that bad. Considering we have a tank right here that can attack any tank that would immediately be right here, might not be too bad, but there could be a block with a tank plus artillery over here or somewhere that could hit this. So, I mean, for the sake of smell, it would be fantastic. For the sake of ABadPlayer, it would not be very good for them at all. But just the Chihuahua finding those attacks, folks. Moves in with 3 vehicle units, clearing one of the tanks. And not pushing into the Neo tank, folks. Not pushing into the Soiled Abomination. Staying put. Sitting pretty on the HQ. That is what it's all about. Let the Soiled Abomination come to you, where your flippin' artillery can do what it was destined to do, folks, and that is destroy a Soiled Abomination. Another artillery purchase and tank purchase plus infantry. Going for a luck roll on the artillery up north there, but does not get any damage out of it. Day 19 is now upon us. We are getting dangerously close to another Winter Fury, just a bar and a half away. That's a little over 10k. Maybe like 12 or 13k at this point. Now it's under 10k. Is there 10k worth of damage that can be done? Not this turn. Not this turn. Well, I mean, there is. I mean, what he could do is he could probably go in and sacrifice his tank right here and do some damage, but popping a Winter Fury without any follow-up is not necessarily the best move. Oh, flip. That Soiled Abomination just pushed into danger territory over here, folks. Oh, that is danger. That is danger territory. So dangerous. So dangerous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Might not be super dangerous. But I think there's definitely a way to get some damage on this guy. Maybe not a lot of damage. Either way, that is a very adventurous Soiled Abomination, very adventurous Neo tank. Definitely pushing very far into enemy territory here. More base skips, a flipping pipe runner. Oh my god, just a Chihuahua just busted out the pipe runner. That is without a doubt a mistake. And it has been destroyed. That is super unfortunate. Looks like he was trying to put his faith in the Soiled Abomination, and it did not work out for him. Sometimes that's what happens when you try to build a Neo tank, folks. The Neo tank betrays you and it turns into a pipe runner. It can happen. It's like a 1 in 25 chance that if you build a Neo tank, especially if you have no soap, it could turn into a pipe runner. So beware the dangers of purchasing the Neo tank, folks. Stay classy out there. Oh, and the tanks are moving in to attack the Soiled Abomination. Is it gone? It is gone. Oh my lord. Beautiful, beautiful engagement. And that's what you gotta do, folks. That's what you gotta do. If you don't got any other effective counters, you just pop Winter Fury and you attack it with every single tank you got. That is it, folks. Oh my god. A bad player is popping the super with a very little actual cities. Now, she will get a pretty good firepower bonus, but it's not going to be like anything super crazy. That's a pretty nice attack. That's decent. Alright, you know what? I stand corrected, folks. Was not too bad. I don't know what that anti-air was doing. Actually, you know what? I know exactly what that anti-air was doing. It had nowhere else to go, so you might as well crash it into something and do a little bit more damage, folks. So, a bad player is in a very interesting situation right now. It's got lots of units. There is potential to flip a property somewhere. Justachihuahua is going to have to really defend these properties and try to find something that they can flip in order to win this game. Because right now, it is an even game, folks. 17-17. There goes a copter. There goes an infantry. Double tap that man. Double tap that tank. Triple tap that tank. Oh, does not get the clear. Does not get the clear from that. But that artillery down south, I tell you one thing, is not going to be moving from that position, because there is one purpose for that artillery right now, and that is to hold that flipping property down south. So, oh, and he runs away. I was gonna say his one purpose is to hold this property, but then he runs over here. So, yeah, okay. is what it is, folks. Is what it is. All right. Boom. Mech eliminated. Tank eliminated. Another tank taken down to 2. So you just swap a 1-2 HP tank for another one essentially up there. Bad player. Nice move. Nice move indeed. Clears one of the infantry to attack the artillery and find a way to attack the battlecopter. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. But one of these players has to flip a property. It is day 22. Properties need to be flipped, folks. Something has to happen. Justachihuahua putting himself, positioning himself to actually flip one of the properties now. Clears an anti-air to allow the battlecopter to have free reign. Justachihuahua sacrificing his infantry also to injure the infantry of a bad player so that it cannot start capturing on that property. Triple tap that infantry. There it goes, but its purpose was served. And we got another mech. Another mech on the field, folks. Alright, tank hit. Sitting pretty on the city once again. Battlecopter. And that is it. That is it. Both these players have been playing on increment for so long. 10 turns. 10 turns of increment. Well, I mean like 7. No. 8. 8 turns of increment so far, folks. But they are holding in. They are holding together. Transport copter is on the field now, also from Justachihuahua. Attacks the battlecopter, moves the tanks in. Transport copter is a desperation play at this point, folks. When you are getting really, really late into the live league, and it is an even game, you have to bust out a transport copter. It is like essential. You need to get infantry in the front lines as quickly as possible, because at any moment, an opportunity could present itself where you can cap a property. And if you don't have an infantry in the front line to get that property, well, then it's not going to work, folks. It's not going to work. You got to get the infantry on the field. It is the #1 priority in Advanced Wars by Web. Exactly. Oh my god, a Blad player has flipping 28 units on the field now. This is very, very, very strong. Very strong position. Artillery is now back where it belongs. In the position where it can actually guard that property. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Interesting little battlecopter placement here. That battlecopter is going to be able to be destroyed by the anti-air, but what a bad player really needs to figure out is how to destroy this. If they can figure out how to destroy this, which might be possible, maybe get a tank on here, attack this, and they can grab the city. This guy's going to be destroyed next turn without a doubt, but alternatively, could try to clear this infantry, go in for a 2-tap on this right here, maybe with Urban Blight, and then hit this. Could be possible. Flippin' Just a Chihuahua has busted out the classiest unit in Advances by Web. The classy medium tank, folks. He's on the field and he is ready to go. Is this going to be the hero that we need right now on day 25? Let's find out. Goes for the capture, folks. I definitely would probably consider double blocking that infantry, capping the property at this moment, though. Especially with a Winter Fury once again just around the corner. I mean, the infantry is not going to hold, sadly. But we got the Winter Fury. Attacks. Attacks. Now anti-air is going to come in. Anti-air is going to come in. No, it doesn't. It doesn't come in. Oh my god. My god, the north just got plowed. Snow plowed. Ah, got him. Alright. Once again, bad player. Such a funny name, bad player. I feel like I'm calling him a bad player this entire game, but he's not. He's not a bad player. It's just his name, folks. That's all it is. Going for the capture once again. Join caps in order to do so. 6 HP. 6 HP to go. Sadly, I don't think it's going to work. Artillery can hit. If this infantry goes to block right here, then infantry right here is going to be able to move right here and hit. So capture is not going to go through. Oh, but a bad player resigns. He resigns at this point. Interesting. Now, is this a justified resign? This is the real question. 26. So this guy's going to get healed up to full next turn. 26. 27. 28. Just a Chihuahua is going to be able to get this capture in just a few short days. By day 28, he would acquire this capture, and that would be game at that point. So, a bad player resigning at this point, completely justified. Completely. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the infantry available to get over here. Now, this would take 27, 28, 29, 30. Whoa, that music was annoying. Yeah, he wouldn't be able to start a... He wouldn't be able to get the capture until day 31 with the movement this infantry has. So, that's about it. Now, alternatively, he could go 27, 28, 29, 30. If he was able to capture this one, it'd be possible. But with the classiest unit in Advances by Web being over here, being the greatest deterrent of all, I think this game is pretty much ended exactly where it needed to end. What a fantastic game by both of these players. Well played indeed. Congratulations to the Chihuahua for the win. Well played, bad player. We will see you in the next game. Hopefully you all enjoyed that one. And if you did, consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. And I will see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves. And bye-bye for now.